Oops, I hit the wrong button. Look at that fanciness. That's the wrong button.
Are we doing like a picture-in-picture and you're backwards?
Yeah,
Huh,
that was the wrong
that's
button.
weird because you're a normal here, but when you were in the little pip.
Yeah, so the camera's reversed because it looks more. Because if I don't, the first ring daily's like not logical,
Yeah.
right? Like this would be backwards text because cameras flip, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so as I screwed that up, I was just about to tell Paul I've made things more complicated in my life, but they should
Good.
be better. But I need to make the mouse cursor bigger. So what I have done is I've abused my privilege as my role at my company, and I've taken multiplicity. And
Yeah.
so right now in front of me are two different computers. So there's
Okay.
the computer that Paul and I are recording on that everybody's listening, and when I look at the camera, I'm in there. Then I also
Mhm.
have this laptop right here that is a
Right.
separate device.
Yeah.
So I now have this all multiplicity together so that it's
Ah.
one keyboard and mouse for all devices. I got to get the monitors lined up a little bit better, but now I can move across everything, including the
Mm-hmm.
screen behind me, which is a seamless display because it's connected to a
Yes.
different thing. And
That means you can change it
I can like it.
easily.
Yeah. So
That's good.
there you go.
I was also experimenting with multiplicity this week. I'm it's kind of a weird use case for me because I do this podcast where I have to do screen grabs.
Yep.
Like I have to maintain like this pristine environment, which I don't do. So I have to like every time we record, I have to like screw my whole computer up to make it look like look stock, and then it's a long story. Anyway, I'm going to try to make that work so I could just use whatever computer I want to record, but then actually do the screen grab on a different computer.
Yeah. Basically, what
Yeah.
you kind of have a similar scenario to what I use it for every day, which some people will say you could just solve it by using a VM, but VMs there's issues
No.
with VMs, especially when testing software. We even have issues where we can reproduce an issue on device, but when we put it in Windows Sandbox, it doesn't
Yeah.
reproduce.
Doesn't. Yeah.
So we keep everything on metal. And so there's a feature in Multiplicity 4, it's been in Multiplicity, it's called KVM mode. It's like remote desktop. Actually, it is remote desktop, but only on your local network. So
Right.
I have 3 devices that I connect to regularly. One's a Windows 10 box, one
Mhm.
is a Windows 11 Canary box, and then I have my Windows 11 primary box. Then there's another
Right.
Windows 11 release
So it's
preview.
real hardware,
Yep.
remote desktop, and not a virtual machine.
Yep.
And yeah, there you go.
And then you make it full screen on your device, and it's
Mhm.
fast enough you can game across because that's how it actually got its start. But that way
Mhm.
I can just double click on a little icon, it opens up the box. I have that desktop set up, and
Yeah.
that's how
No,
you
I
can.
this is yeah. I got to figure this out over the break, over the holidays or whatever.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, hilarious timing yet again throughout. This has been cracking me up. So
Okay.
in 2024,
Hmm.
Microsoft said goodbye to Windows Mixed Reality. It is now officially not in 24H2, is no longer supported.
Hmm.
HoloLens 2 has also been old yellered. And
Okay.
then just yesterday, after we recorded, Google
Yes.
came out and announced Android XR, which is. Tell me if this looks familiar, Paul Thurrott.
I know. It's uh, yeah. Well, I mean, separately, Microsoft also announced you can now access like the full Windows 11 experience on Meta Quests
Yep.
3 and 3S, I think it is. And yeah, this is where Microsoft being unable to partner with Google is going to prove problematic
Mm-hmm.
again. You know, because ideally Microsoft would be part of that too, right? Now, obviously, it's just running Android, so you can run Word and Excel and all this stuff. Like it will work, but it'd be neat if Windows and its apps were just available.
Whoops.
There's multiplicity. Um,
I'm absolutely not adjusting this while you're talking.
yeah, um, we're just available everywhere that these things exist, right? And that
Mm-hmm.
would include Apple Vision Pro too, I guess, right, or whatever. But I, I don't know. I think Google obviously has a long history with this stuff. I I don't know. I think this is about everything Google does. Like they could absolutely just own this, but they never seem to. I don't know, except for Android. Well, Android proper, and then Obviously, some of the app search and whatever. I don't know. It's weird to me. Like, it just seems like this should work, but it's never worked. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think. It looks pretty good. Like it looks gonna like they'll do the glasses thing eventually. They're already talking about that. That looks
Yeah, like I
that's where it
have
gets
these.
interesting.
I've used these before, but I have these like these are the X Real ones that are out on the market, but they're not all self-contained. Like you have to connect them to a little
Yeah,
thing.
and that's just. But you can tell that's an interim step, right?
Right. No. These are a couple years old at this point. And what
Yeah.
Android announced or Google announced is like, hey, you just use your Android phone. You'll
Mhm.
put on glasses like
Or even
this,
your watch,
or your
depending.
watch or whatever.
But yeah, between those two things, because this is the big question, like how do we get past the phone?
Right.
And it requires like a miniaturization to some degree that we just don't quite have yet. But yeah, um, in the same way that like a big bulky headset is an interim step toward glasses that look like glasses, and then glasses are an interim step to contact lenses and literal implants that
Yeah.
just put this inside your eyes or whatever. I mean, that's how we get by the phone. It's going to take a while, but
Cyborgification.
yeah, no, I mean it's happening. It's just there's
Yeah.
no. It's
I'd be
just a
down
matter
for
of time.
glasses. I could do glasses.
Yeah, I didn't even get LASIK surgery. So like I'm not gonna I was saying this to my wife last night. We're in like this restaurant, it's dark. The menu is in like 1 point type, and I'm like, I can't see this. And she's like, do you want she has these reader glasses. I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. It's all right.
No, I've
But it's
definitely
like,
turned into one of those people who I never thought I'd be. Like where you're in a restaurant and you got to turn on your flashlight on your phone to be
yeah,
able to
no,
see.
that's what I did.
Yeah.
That's the state, right? Exactly. So that's the first step toward as you enter middle age. Eventually, you'll be wearing those, like you'll bring out the glasses to read menus and
Yeah,
stuff.
no,
But
I'm already.
yeah, no, we're on the.
I'll
But
fight it. I mean,
yeah, no, we all do. But I literally, I made the comment last night, like, look, I know people who have actual vision problems. My mother has like macular degeneration and stuff, and it's like, this is like I can see it's okay, But
Yep.
but my kids, are younger, obviously, and they're growing up in this world that I don't know, like their kids. I mean, they might be getting implants, right out of the womb. It's gonna be so different. And for people like us who,
Yeah, just wait till they find
grew
out
up
they don't
analog.
have TPM 4.0 and can't get the
Yeah,
newest
yeah,
version.
exactly. You're not gonna be able to upgrade your body because you're on an old TPM version or something. But yeah, it's a different world,
Yep.
or it will be. I don't
All right, I think I got this set up right.
know. As long as meta's not part of it, I don't care.
See, like, here's what I did. Everybody.
Yep. Oh, look at that little layout.
So look
there.
at that. So Multiplicity 4 has this new feature, which this was incredibly hard to build.
Mm-hmm. Thank
This
you
is
for putting it over my
resolution.
face, not your face, by the way. That's right.
This is resolution. Oh, Mr. Wilson. This is resolution aware size monitor placement. So
Yeah.
4K.
So the little
you've got
one is that
4K.
the Surface laptop thing or whatever that's called? Surface.
The number 2 is a 1080p. Then this is the Surface Book. Then this is the screen behind me. And
Yep.
so previously, this might break things. This was the only option you had. It was just raw. It's gonna be
So-
where it's gonna be. So now it's
What you're showing here is something that the display settings in Windows doesn't do correctly.
yeah. So like
Which is
now
have
you
two
can
displays, and one of them is huge, one's small, but they're not sized correctly in the.
Yep.
I'm surprised they don't let you size them.
So if I get it right there, that's where it needs to be. Anyways, I think we're all.
Ready for the weekend and Friday the 13th and whatnot.
Oh yeah, maybe I should have thought about that. Like now everything's gonna explode on me, but
Yeah.
Could be worse. Well, speaking of exploding, I'm not gonna be here next week. At least
Yay! Wait, what? What are you talking about? Why?
I'm
You
going up to the
Michigan?
office. So we've
Yeah.
got things going on, and then our holiday party's on Wednesday, and so I won't be back until Thursday.
Okay. I will, of course, on Monday morning sit down at 9 a.m.
course.
and wonder where the hell you are, but
I'll get
that's
that-
fine.
Get that text while I'm driving up. It's like, nope, just keep
Yep.
waiting. Just keep waiting.
Yep. No, I usually have the self-awareness before I text you, but I don't know. We'll see. This is a good memory test. I'm going to let this one fly to see how it goes. I'll let you know on Monday.
Yeah, I'm getting the treadmill here. Well, supposedly between 1 and 4, so that will be.
Dude, speaking of which, we got an Amazon delivery this morning at 7:30 a.m.
We've gotten them earlier than that.
I this is the first time here I think that's ever happened. Like I don't know. I know it's holidays or something. They must. It was like a delivery truck from some third party thing
Hmm.
that we're obviously hitting peak holiday here.
We when the options come up for like delivery time windows, we can choose between
Oh,
4 and 8 a.m.
really?
Yep.
Oh, this is I don't think I get that option here. I wonder. It must be something to do with the system you're in and how close you are to something or whatever.
Hmm.
But I mean,
Yeah.
our big. Where's the closest? I think it's in Bethlehem. I'm not actually sure.
And
So
I know
this.
this because it was last week. My daughter needed reeds for her clarinet, and
Mhm.
she was out of them and had band the next day. And we're like, well, Amazon says they'll get it here before 8 a.m. And it was 4 to 8
Yikes.
a.m. And when we woke up in the morning, they were
Yep.
on the front porch.
That's amazing.
Pretty soon, they're just going to outsource to owls, right? They're just going to be,
They're just kind of like 3D printed on your doorstop. You'll
yeah.
have something built into the front, ring bell or whatever. It was just,
Yeah, just,
you know, like, do you hear something? Yeah. Oh, that's my delivery.
yeah.
It's like a
They're just
3D
going to
printed
deliver
one.
filament. That's it from now on.
Hmm. Yeah.
That and some
Yeah.
like
They'll just
raw
come under
ore, I
they'll come
guess.
under the street like electricity, full of filament. And then we become Gears of War. So there you go.
I always wanted a shotgun chainsaw.
Yeah. Christmas is coming.